What is going on, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here. We are back with another episode of Dialed In, the second one today, actually. With how this series is going to be working from now on, because I assume through streams, me being bored, being held at gunpoint, several scenarios, I will have way more cars that are built not for YouTube purposes than ones that I will be making through live builds or however. So I figured might as well have double uploads if I can on days where Dialed In's supposed to be uploaded. So today is that day. I don't know what day today is. That's the beauty of bulk recording. I know it's the 26th now. It doesn't. You guys don't care. But yeah. Anyway, so if there's a Dialed In the morning, expect a Dialed In the evening. If there's a Dialed In the afternoon, then there's only gonna be one. Anywho, back to the thing at hand. This is a GMC Syclone, and it's freaking cool and stuff. No, but I was scared when I first got the game. If you heard my Ute review, I say review, if you heard my commentary on the Ute, the Ford Pursuit, you would know that I was very, very scared when I built my first couple of cars. I'm like, oh man, I think they dumbed down the physics for drifting too much. It feels way too easy. All the cars feel identical, which was like kind of a problem in Horizon 2, but like everything still felt individual enough as to where like, oh yeah, I can still go out there and say different things about the car. Mr. Gallant, thank you very much. I can go out there and say different things about the car, and like every commentary can still be unique. Not for the first couple. I like everything was very planted, transitioned well, pulled good angle, but not at one time. So like you couldn't flick it into the corner and pull 90s easily, but you could like pour on angle very, very easily. But yeah, and then I was like, oh no. But like this is another car that's like, okay, cool. This is not, everything's not the same. This car, well, I say car, just ignore me. And for those of you, it's weird because I was gonna put a V8. I put a V8 in the last one because it was my last Forza 6 video actually. I was gonna put a V8 in this one, but I knew people were gonna be like, hey, no, you can't do that. Now you're breaking the rules. But like I know now, people are like, why didn't you put a V8 in it? Bullshit, America. It's just gonna be a shit show of really angry fucking American people. By the way, fuck that NSX. I don't know who or what it was, but fuck it. In and around the hole. But yeah, anyway, I tuned this car, and I'm going to keep calling it a car. It's just a force of habit. I'm sorry. And I was like, wow, this is actually fairly good. It's got a butt ton of torque for the engine. We left the stock V6 in it. Twin turbo, of course. So there's a butt ton of torque, which is surprising. There's like a very, very small RPM range down low where there's nothing, but it's very small. If you like don't be an idiot, you'll never notice. But you know, you might. That's why I'm saying it. And it's a little nervous. I'm assuming this is because there's literally no weight over the rear wheels and the car weighs 2,800 pounds. So I'm assuming all that weight in the front and the cab and all that makes it a little nervous to drive. However, when I say it's a little nervous, I mean you probably won't even notice. I had to like really sit down and like pay attention to everything that was going on. I'm like, all right, this is like a little bit of a strange characteristic other than everything I was expecting. You know, there's no weight over the rear, so you don't need as much horsepower. There's only about 560, and it's really enough for where we are. I went to the Byron section that I did the video on. I understand there's traffic and it kind of fucks up the video a little bit, but I wanted something a bit different because I didn't want to keep going to the same places over and over and over and over and over again. So we're going to try to change it up. Sometimes we're going to go to rivals. Sometimes we'll do this. It really just depends on what I'm feeling when I record. But yeah, so the build for Rally Springs, I was kind of spooked that it was going to be a little too grippy, but nope, it was completely fine. No grip problems whatsoever. Everything felt very balanced in that regard. Again, my only issue was it's a little bit skittish, but it's a little bit skittish. Like if you don't drive it like a maniac and you get used to it like in like 2 laps, you really have nothing to worry about. If you've ever driven a truck before as a drift car, you will know what you're getting yourself into. If this is your first time, this is definitely a good first truck, I guess. I don't know. Because it feels very carish. It feels like a normal drift car just with that little added nervousness from the rear end, because again, there's no weight over it, and if you overcook anything, it's gonna go whew and spin out immediately. Which, fortunately, because I'm a good driver, you didn't really see in the video. But transitions, especially in transition, you're gonna notice it. Like either it doesn't transition at all, which is very rare, or it's gonna just snap oversteer. Like, well, I'm in a fence. This fence was not here before. But yeah, thank you guys very, very much for watching. If you want to see any cars me do build car, please put it into the comments below. And I'm running out of time. Bye. Goodbye. See you later. Bye. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like. And if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Also consider becoming a patron at my Patreon page, patreon.com/MrAeroHD. Want to follow me on social media or want to hear the song that you heard in the video? Please check the description.